Greetings, dear viewer, and welcome to our exploration of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Join me as we journey through time, faith, and the perspectives that shaped early Christianity. This Gospel offers a different viewpoint from traditional narratives. Attributed to Mary Magdalene, it presents unique insights into Jesus' teachings. Its discovery has ignited interest and debate among scholars and believers. It challenges us to reconsider the role of women in early Christianity. Prepare to delve into ancient manuscripts and hidden truths. Our journey begins in the late 19th century, amidst the sun-drenched sands of Egypt. In a dusty antique shop in Cairo, a German scholar found the Berolinensis Gnostic Codex.
Among these texts lay the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Dating back to the 2nd century AD, it offers a unique perspective on Jesus' teachings. Its discovery challenged established narratives and ignited debate about women's roles in early Christianity.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, though fragmentary, offers a compelling glimpse into the early Christian world. It presents Mary Magdalene not merely as a devoted follower of Jesus, but as a prominent disciple, entrusted with secret teachings and spiritual insights.
This portrayal stands in stark contrast to my depiction in the canonical Gospels, where I am primarily known for my presence at the crucifixion and resurrection. In the Gospel of Mary, I emerge as a leader, a teacher, and a source of wisdom for the other disciples. We witness my engaging in theological discussions, offering interpretations of Jesus' parables, and comforting my fellow believers in the wake of his death.
Her elevated status within this gospel challenges traditional hierarchies and raises intriguing questions about the roles women played in the early Christian movement. Was she, as the Gospel of Mary suggests, privy to teachings that were not shared with the other disciples? Did her unique relationship with Jesus grant her a deeper understanding of his message? These questions have captivated scholars and theologians for decades, prompting ongoing exploration and debate. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, despite its brevity and fragmentary nature, has had a profound impact on our understanding of early Christianity. It has sparked renewed interest in the role of women in the early church, challenging traditional narratives and prompting a reassessment of their contributions. Furthermore, it has shed light on the diversity of beliefs and practices that existed within early Christian communities, reminding us that the history of Christianity is far more complex and nuanced than often presented.
The Gospel's message of spiritual enlightenment, emphasizing inner knowledge and direct experience of the divine, has resonated with many contemporary seekers. Its emphasis on personal transformation, transcendence of material concerns, and the pursuit of spiritual liberation speaks to a timeless human yearning for meaning and connection with something greater than ourselves.
Despite centuries of obscurity, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene continues to captivate and challenge us, inviting us to reconsider long-held assumptions and to embrace a more inclusive and expansive understanding of Christian history and spirituality. Join me as we delve deeper into this fascinating text, exploring its key teachings, its historical context, and its enduring legacy. To truly grasp the significance of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, we must first journey back to the historical Mary Magdalene herself. Who was this woman who walked with Jesus, witnessed his ministry, and remained steadfast in her devotion even in the face of his crucifixion?
The canonical Gospels offer us glimpses of Mary Magdalene, often shrouded in a veil of interpretation and assumption. We encounter her as a woman healed by Jesus, freed from the grip of 7 demons, suggesting a past shrouded in suffering or social stigma.
She stands at the foot of the cross, a testament to her unwavering loyalty as others abandon their rabbi in fear. And, most crucially, she is the first to witness the empty tomb, the first to hear the risen Christ utter her name.
Yet, despite her presence at pivotal moments in Jesus' ministry, the canonical Gospels leave us with more questions than answers. Who was Mary Magdalene beyond these fleeting appearances? What was the nature of her relationship with Jesus? And how did her understanding of his teachings differ from that of the other disciples?
To delve deeper into the mystery of Mary Magdalene, we must venture beyond the familiar narratives of the canonical Gospels. Early Christian history is rife with apocryphal texts, writings deemed outside the bounds of orthodox belief, yet offering tantalizing glimpses into alternative perspectives and suppressed narratives.
Among these texts, whispers of a different Mary Magdalene emerge. She is no longer simply a devoted follower, but a confidant, a visionary, a recipient of secret wisdom. In the Gospel of Philip, a Gnostic text discovered alongside the Gospel of Mary, we find a particularly intriguing passage. And the companion of the Mary Magdalene loved her more than all the disciples and used to kiss her often on her.
This passage, though fragmented and open to interpretation, has fueled centuries of speculation. Was Mary Magdalene more than just a disciple to Jesus? Was theirs a relationship that transcended the boundaries of conventional understanding?
While we may never know the definitive answers to these questions, the Gospel of Philip and other apocryphal texts encourage us to consider the possibility of a deeper, more complex bond between Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
The portrayal of Mary Magdalene in early Christian tradition is a study in contrasts and contradictions. Revered by some as a visionary and a spiritual leader, she was simultaneously demonized by others as a temptress and a sinner. This duality speaks volumes about the anxieties and power struggles that characterize the early church, particularly concerning the role of women.
On the one hand, Mary Magdalene's presence in the canonical Gospels, however brief, is undeniable. Her unwavering faith, her witness to the resurrection, and her commission to spread the good news solidify her place as a significant figure in the Christian narrative. Yet, even within these texts, we see hints of a desire to downplay her role, to confine her to the margins of the story.
Her association with the 7 demons, for example, has been interpreted by some as evidence of sexual immorality, a convenient label used to discredit her and undermine her authority.
This tendency to cast Mary Magdalene as either saint or sinner, to exalt her while simultaneously controlling her narrative, reflects a deeper struggle within the early church to define the role of women and their place within the burgeoning faith.
Section 4, the shadow of tradition. As Christianity evolved, early diversity of beliefs began to fade.
The canonization of Scripture in the 4th century AD marked a pivotal moment.
This shift impacted Mary Magdalene's portrayal. Her potential leadership was eclipsed by patriarchal interpretations.
The Gospel of Mary challenged emerging orthodoxy.
Deemed heretical, these texts were suppressed for centuries. Their rediscovery offers a glimpse into a lost chapter of Christian history. Section 1, the secret sayings. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene offers a glimpse into secret teachings.
Delivered after the crucifixion, these teachings comfort grieving disciples. Mary emerges as a beacon of understanding, sharing wisdom from the risen Christ.
This gospel emphasizes inner knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. Mary's role challenges the traditional hierarchy within early Christianity. Section 2, a path to enlightenment. Central to the Gospel of Mary Magdalene is the concept of gnosis, a Greek term signifying knowledge but encompassing a deeper, more experiential understanding of spiritual truth.
This gnosis is not acquired through intellectual pursuit or blind faith, but through direct communion with the divine, a process of inner transformation that leads to enlightenment.
Jesus, in Mary's account, emphasizes the importance of transcending the limitations of the material world and awakening to one's true nature as a spiritual being. He encourages his disciples to look beyond the outward forms of religious observance and to cultivate an inner awareness, a connection with the divine spark that resides within each individual.
This emphasis on personal experience and inner transformation resonates deeply with Gnostic thought, a mystical tradition that flourished alongside early Christianity. Gnostics believed that salvation was not attained through external rituals or adherence to dogma, but through a process of self-discovery, a journey of awakening to one's true identity as a spark of the divine.
The Gospel of Mary, with its focus on gnosis and spiritual enlightenment, offers a profound reflection of these Gnostic ideas. Section 3, The Nature of Reality. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene challenges our perception of reality, presenting a worldview in which the material world is but a pale reflection of a higher spiritual realm.
This dualistic understanding, a hallmark of Gnostic thought, posits a stark contrast between the eternal, unchanging realm of spirit and the transient, illusory nature of the material world.
Jesus, in Mary's account, describes the material world as a realm of shadows, a place of forgetfulness where the soul becomes entangled in the illusions of desire, fear, and attachment. He encourages his disciples to awaken from this dreamlike state and to recognize their true home in the realm of spirit, a realm of pure consciousness, love, and unity with the divine.
This Gnostic understanding of reality has profound implications for how we live our lives. If the material world is but an illusion, then our pursuit of worldly possessions, status, and power becomes ultimately meaningless.
True fulfillment, according to this perspective, lies in transcending the limitations of the material realm and aligning ourselves with our spiritual essence. Section 4, Overcoming the Material World. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene does not advocate a rejection of the material world, but rather a transformation of our relationship to it.
Jesus, in Mary's account, teaches his disciples to navigate the challenges of earthly existence with wisdom, compassion, and detachment. He encourages them to see through the illusions of the material realm, to recognize the impermanence of all things, and to release their attachment to worldly desires.
This process of detachment, however, is not about becoming indifferent to the suffering of others or withdrawing from the world in a state of spiritual isolation. Rather, it is about cultivating a sense of inner peace and equanimity that allows us to engage with the world from a place of love, wisdom, and compassion.
By transcending our attachment to the material world, we free ourselves from the cycle of suffering that arises from craving and aversion. We become more present, more compassionate, and more responsive to the needs of others. This, according to the Gospel of Mary, is the true path to spiritual liberation, a path that leads not to escape from the world, but to a deeper, more meaningful engagement with it.
Section 1, Divergent Paths. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene stands as a compelling counterpoint to the canonical Gospels, offering a strikingly different perspective on the teachings of Jesus and the dynamics of the early Christian community.
While the canonical Gospels paint Mary Magdalene as a devoted follower, often overshadowed by other disciples, the Gospel of Mary casts her in a far more prominent light. She emerges as a trusted confidant of Jesus, privy to secret teachings, and entrusted with disseminating his message of spiritual enlightenment.
This stark contrast highlights the inherent biases and power dynamics in the formation of the Christian canon. The canonical Gospels, penned decades after Jesus' death, reflect a later stage in Christianity's evolution, where patriarchal structures had begun to solidify, often marginalizing the roles of women.
The Gospel of Mary offers a glimpse into an earlier, more fluid period, a time when women like Mary Magdalene may have held positions of authority and spiritual leadership. This divergence underscores the importance of engaging with a plurality of voices from early Christianity, recognizing that the canonical Gospels represent just one strand within a tapestry of diverse beliefs and perspectives.
One of the most striking differences between the Gospel of Mary Magdalene and the canonical Gospels lies in their portrayals of Jesus' teachings.
While the canonical Gospels emphasize Jesus' role as the Son of God, sent to redeem humanity through his sacrifice, the Gospel of Mary presents a more nuanced and mystical understanding of his message.
Here, the focus shifts from atonement for sin to spiritual enlightenment, from belief in dogma to direct experience of the divine. Jesus, in Mary's account, guides his disciples towards gnosis, a profound inner knowing that transcends the material world.
He emphasizes the importance of transcending duality, recognizing the illusory nature of the material realm, and awakening to one's true identity as a spiritual being.
This emphasis on inner transformation aligns with Gnostic thought, a mystical tradition that flourished alongside early Christianity. The canonical Gospels, while hinting at the mystical dimensions of Jesus' teachings, tend to emphasize his role as a messianic figure, a savior who offers redemption through faith.
This shift in emphasis reflects the evolving theological landscape of early Christianity, a movement from the margins of Jewish society to a burgeoning religion seeking to define its doctrines and establish its authority.
The contrasting portrayals of Mary Magdalene in the Gospel of Mary and the canonical Gospels highlight the crucial role of interpretation in shaping religious narratives.
In the canonical Gospels, Mary Magdalene is often associated with the forgiveness of her sins, particularly her liberation from 7 demons. This association has been used by some to cast her as a repentant sinner, her devotion to Jesus stemming from gratitude for her redemption.
This interpretation, however, is not without its critics. Some scholars argued that the 7 demons may represent societal constraints or spiritual struggles, rather than literal demonic possession.
This alternative reading challenges the traditional view of Mary Magdalene as a repentant sinner, suggesting a more nuanced and empowering understanding of her story.
The Gospel of Mary, on the other hand, makes no mention of Mary Magdalene's past sins. Instead, it presents her as a beloved disciple, chosen by Jesus to receive special teachings and to guide others towards spiritual enlightenment. The suppression of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene and other non-canonical texts speaks volumes about the power dynamics at play in the formation of the Christian canon.
Establishing orthodoxy and marginalizing dissenting voices became paramount as Christianity transitioned to a state-sanctioned religion.
The Gospel of Mary, depicting Mary Magdalene as a spiritual leader, challenged patriarchal hierarchies and doctrinal rigidity.
Its suppression aimed to silence dissenting voices and consolidate power within a select few.
Rediscovery of these texts reveals a diverse and contested early Christianity. Why was the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, offering a unique perspective on Jesus' teachings, excluded from the biblical canon?
The answer is complex, involving political expediency, theological debate, and social norms. The early Christian movement was diverse, each belief vying for dominance. The Gospel of Mary emphasized spiritual authority and esoteric teachings, striking a discordant note. Its emphasis on gnosis challenged the emerging church hierarchy.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene challenged patriarchal norms within the early church.
As Christianity spread, it encountered a patriarchal social order. Women were expected to conform to submissiveness and domesticity. The Gospel of Mary depicted her as a spiritual leader, challenging traditional power structures.
A woman possessing spiritual authority was unsettling to the male-dominated church.
The suppression of the Gospel of Mary aimed to silence dissenting voices.
As Christianity became the Roman Empire's official religion, defining orthodoxy became crucial. Emperor Constantine's embrace of Christianity marked a turning point, leading to unprecedented growth.
This newfound status came at a price. Political pressure demanded a unified front and clear doctrines. Canonization of texts was a product of this era.
The suppression of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene silenced its message for centuries, but could not erase its existence entirely.
Like a seed buried deep, the Gospel lay dormant for over a millennium, hidden in the sands of Egypt until its rediscovery in the late 19th century.
Its re-emergence alongside other texts at Nag Hammadi challenged long-held assumptions about Christianity.
No longer could Mary Magdalene's voice be dismissed as heretical.
Their words, preserved against all odds, forced a reassessment of Christian history.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene now speaks to us across the centuries, offering a unique perspective on Jesus' teachings.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, once silenced and relegated to the dustbin of history, speaks to us today with a renewed sense of urgency and relevance.
In an era marked by spiritual seeking and a growing awareness of the need for gender equality, Mary Magdalene's message of inner wisdom and spiritual liberation resonates deeply.
Her story, once confined to the margins of Christian tradition, has emerged as a beacon of hope and inspiration for a more inclusive understanding of faith. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene's re-emergence has sparked a movement to reclaim the feminine divine within Christianity and other spiritual traditions.
For centuries, Christianity has emphasized the masculine aspects of God, often relegating the feminine to a secondary role.
This imbalance has devalued the feminine principle in all aspects of life.
The Gospel of Mary portrays Mary Magdalene as a spiritual leader, emphasizing inner wisdom and intuition.
It challenges traditional hierarchies and opens new possibilities for understanding the nature of God and the role of women. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene stands as a testament to the enduring power of silenced voices and the importance of diverse perspectives within religious traditions.
Its rediscovery has challenged assumptions, sparked debate, and opened new avenues for understanding early Christianity.
As we move into the 21st century, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene offers a beacon of hope and a call to action. And so, dear viewer, our journey through the enigmatic world of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene draws to a close.
We've traversed ancient texts and confronted challenging questions about power, faith, and the hidden roles of women in shaping our world.
What remains is a sense of awe at the enduring power of this gospel, whispering its truths across millennia.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene offers us a profound gift, the gift of perspective.
It reminds us that history is rarely straightforward, and that truth often resides in the margins.
Mary Magdalene emerges as a beacon of gnosis, a testament to the transformative power of seeking truth.
As we move forward, let us carry the spirit of inquiry, the courage to question and embrace diverse perspectives.
Let her story remind us that faith is about a passionate pursuit of truth.
Until next time, may your search be filled with wonder, and may your heart remain open to the whispers of wisdom.